It's move-in day at Kent State University ahead of the start of classes there on the 27th, as other schools across the country are already shutting down due to the spread of COVID-19 on campuses. So what precautions are administrators there taking to ensure the safety and health of faculty and students?
News 5's Emily Hamilton spoke with staff and students about how it feels to be back on campus for the first time since March.
It's nice being back, having some structure again.
Students and staff are back on campus at Kent State, but with more than 90,000 printed flyers reminding students and staff to socially distance, the changes are hard to miss.
So on average, we're somewhere between 20 and 25% of our pre-COVID utilizations or classroom capacities.
Administrators have implemented smaller class sizes, limited activities, and fewer students living on campus, with visual reminders to stay 6 feet apart.
This lecture hall typically seats about 190 students, but with social distancing protocols in place marked by red and green stickers, class size is cut down to fewer than 40 students.
Administrators say positive cases are inevitable.
We know there will be positive cases on campus. As you also see at other institutes of higher education, that's a reality.
But they feel the creation of isolated living facilities for students who have tested positive and those waiting on test results will help slow the spread.
You just have to worry about what your other roommates are doing, who they've been seeing and all that.
Ultimately, though, contact tracing will be up to Portage County health officials.
The contact tracing is the responsibility of the local health departments, but we're assisting with this team on campus to make sure that they have the information they need.
And what about students whose letter grades are impacted by classroom attendance?
We let our students have a note if they're sick. We don't want anybody who feels kind of achy to come to campus. So we've not changed the formal policy, but we have a temporary policy in place where we're asking instructors to be flexible.
Is that it?
Savannah Matthews, returning to campus for her sophomore year, says responsible decision-making is the only way for higher education to carry on.
All of my classes are remote. I think they have a mix of remote and hybrid for other students as well. So I think they're doing okay for right now, but I guess we'll see in a couple weeks.
Reporting at Kent State, Emily Hamilton, News 5.
Kent State's move-in day comes as a few colleges and universities have already had to make adjustments to their fall semester plans. The University of Notre Dame halted in-person classes for 2 weeks, just 8 days into its semester, after 146 students tested positive for COVID-19. The University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill also shut down in-person classes after a spike in cases there. And Michigan State University is shifting to a fully remote model even before many students have returned to campus.